If you're a filmmaker or content creator looking at DJI's Ronin lineup right now, you're probably asking one simple question. Should you stick with the DJI RS4, or is it finally time to upgrade to the brand new DJI RS5? On the surface, both gimbals look very similar, and that can make the decision confusing. But once you actually break down how they perform in real-world shooting, the differences become much clearer. In this comparison, we'll walk through everything you need to know so you can decide whether the upgrade makes sense for your workflow. In terms of core design, both the DJI RS4 and RS5 are 3-axis handheld gimbals built mainly for mirrorless cameras and lightweight DSLR setups. Both support a tested payload of around 3 kilograms, which means most popular camera combinations from Sony, Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, and Fujifilm work perfectly on either gimbal. If your main concern is whether your camera setup will fit, there's no real difference here. From a pure payload and compatibility standpoint, both gimbals are evenly matched. Stabilization performance is another area where the two gimbals feel similar at first glance. The DJI RS4 already uses DJI's 4th-generation stabilization algorithm, which delivers smooth and reliable footage in most shooting situations. Walking shots, slow pans, and controlled movements all look clean and professional on the RS4. For many creators, this level of stabilization is already more than enough for weddings, interviews, documentaries, and YouTube videos. However, the DJI RS5 takes stabilization a step further. DJI has upgraded the motors and improved peak torque on the RS5, making it noticeably more confident during fast movements and sudden direction changes. In real-world use, this means the RS5 handles running shots, quick turns, and heavier lens setups more smoothly than the RS4. The difference isn't dramatic for slow cinematic moves, but if your shooting style involves energy and motion, the RS5 feels more stable and responsive. One of the biggest differences between these two gimbals is intelligent tracking. The DJI RS4 does not have built-in subject tracking. You're responsible for keeping your subject framed manually, or you need external accessories or apps to help with tracking. For controlled shoots, this is perfectly fine, but for solo creators or fast-paced environments, it can become limiting. The DJI RS5 introduces integrated intelligent tracking directly into the gimbal. Using the built-in touchscreen, you can tap on a subject and the gimbal will automatically follow them as they move. This works for people, vehicles, and even pets. For solo shooters, vloggers, and run-and-gun filmmakers, this feature alone can completely change how you shoot. It reduces the need for a second operator and allows you to focus more on storytelling instead of constantly adjusting framing. User experience is another area where the RS5 feels like a generational upgrade. The DJI RS4 features a clean OLED touchscreen that gives you access to settings, modes, and system information. It's simple, functional, and reliable. The controls are intuitive, and once you're familiar with the layout, adjusting settings becomes second nature. The DJI RS5 builds on this by integrating tracking controls directly into its touchscreen interface. Instead of just being a settings display, the screen becomes an active shooting tool. Tapping to track a subject feels fast and natural, and it saves time during setup. This improved interaction makes the RS5 feel more modern and better suited for creators who need speed and efficiency on set. Battery life is another important consideration, especially for long shooting days. The DJI RS4 offers up to about 12 hours of runtime on its standard battery, which is already quite good. For most creators, this easily covers a full day of filming, especially with proper power management. The RS5 improves on this with around 14 hours of runtime on the standard battery and support for a high-capacity battery that can push runtime up to roughly 30 hours. Fast charging is also improved, with significantly shorter charging times compared to the RS4. If you travel often, shoot events, or work long days without easy access to power, this can make a noticeable difference. Handling and ergonomics are subtle but important. The RS4 is well-balanced, comfortable to hold, and easy to operate during extended shoots. It supports various accessories and shooting styles, making it a flexible tool for different types of creators. The RS5 refines this experience further by integrating an electronic briefcase handle and improving fine-tuning adjustments on all axes. Balancing feels quicker and more precise, especially switching lenses or camera bodies. Over long shooting sessions, these small improvements reduce fatigue and speed up your workflow. Vertical shooting has become essential for social media content, and both gimbals handle this well. The RS4 supports native vertical shooting without extra accessories, making it easy to switch between horizontal and vertical formats. The RS5 continues this approach, offering smooth and fast transitions that work well for platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. In this area, there is no real advantage for either gimbal, as both perform equally well. Let's talk about price, because that often decides everything. The DJI RS4 is officially priced at $469 for the standard version on DJI's store. The DJI RS5, being the newer model, comes in at a higher price, with early official listings and regional pricing placing it at around $550 for the base version. So that puts the RS5 roughly $80 to $100 more expensive than the RS4, depending on your region. So the key question becomes whether the added features of the RS5 are worth paying that extra amount. So, should you upgrade from the DJI RS4 to the RS5? The answer depends entirely on how you shoot. If you mainly work in controlled environments, don't need subject tracking, and are happy with your current stabilization, the RS4 remains an excellent gimbal. It offers professional performance at a lower price and still competes strongly in its category. On the other hand, if you are a solo creator, vlog frequently, or shoot dynamic content where tracking, battery life, and speed matter, the RS5 is absolutely worth considering. The intelligent tracking, stronger motors, longer runtime, and refined handling make it feel like a true next-generation upgrade rather than a small refresh. In the end, both gimbals are excellent tools. The RS4 is a proven workhorse that delivers consistent results, while the RS5 is designed for creators who want smarter features and a more automated shooting experience. If your workflow is evolving and you want your gimbal to do more of the work for you, upgrading to the RS5 makes sense. If not, the RS4 still has plenty of life left and remains one of the best gimbals in its class.